The Mass Action Committee is urging former President John Dramani Mahama to support the compilation of the new register, since he said he will reject the outcome of a flawed election. Addressing party members at the NDC's 28th anniversary, Mr. Mahama promised that the party was committed to a peaceful electoral process, but he said, quote, "Let nobody assume that we will accept the results of a flawed election." Of course, we know that the NDC flag bearer, like his party, is also against the compilation of the register. But during a press conference today at the Press Center in Accra, Executive Secretary of the group, Atiq Mohammed, said one of the defining features of a free, fair and transparent election is the existence of a credible register. So Mr. Mahama should advocate for the compilation of the new register if he doesn't want a flawed register.
The former president has made the point that he will reject any flawed election, even though he failed or he fell short of defining what a flawed election is. But, you know, we all understand that an election is flawed when it is not free, it is not fair, it's not transparent. So to that extent, we agree with him. But where we disagree with him is you cannot say you won't accept a flawed election on the one hand, but on the other, you are resisting the compilation of a new register whose intention is to present with Ghanaians a credible register. The new register that is about to be compiled, the idea behind it is for us to have a credible register going to the 2020 election. So we are making the point that one of the defining features of a free, fair and transparent election is a credible register. And the Electoral Commission, in its estimation, taking into consideration all factors and all reasons, they've come to the conclusion that it is important to have a new register because they feel it is important to have a credible register going to the election. So if the president or the former president is allergic to a flawed election, then he should be supporting the efforts of the Electoral Commission to compile a new register, because that is to give you a credible register that you can go into the elections with, so that at the end of the day you can't say the elections were flawed. So you cannot resist the compilation of a new register whose intention is to present us with a credible register and at the same time be crying about the fact that you reject any flawed election. If you are afraid of a flawed election, then you should be excited about the compilation of a new register. And that is why we say that we are calling on him, that we agree with him that nobody wants a flawed election. So to that end, he should support and encourage his supporters to go out in their numbers and register, so that at the end of the day we can all have a credible register that will prevent us from having a flawed election.